thanks to me. You do a good job.
Password can I not yet? Apple ID.
गूगल पासवर्ड करते हैं
देखिए बोलो तो
वन दिया
ये एक्चुअली se ve conectado. Ya me miré la guía por ahí. Y yo me voy a ver.
I have something before I forget. So can you see it? It'll be called. Catch it. me,
Mhm.
I like the egg yolk. So far I can do
Yeah, I
that.
have to, avoid egg yolk.
Okay, let's come back together, and this was kind of a review, and we can talk about this together, because often when we do these, the important thing is not just the grammar. If you make a mistake with the grammar, S or no S, it's okay because you're practicing. But other information that comes in here, vocabulary words, things about the culture, and so on. So let's start on this side. Okay. Things people do. So let's take a look up here at the directions, and it gives the word like, I like, then it tells you about likes. He, she, it likes. Everything else is like. Ask, and of course, the plural, boy, girl, question are he, she, it. Okay, and so ask and asks. Next one, dance and dances. Push and pushes. Notice where it says push, it says a snowplow. What is a snowplow? What is a snowplow? Yes, what do you think that is? What is snow?
Down.
Precipitation.
Yeah.
Snowplow, when you have a truck. So you notice here in Hamtramck, when you have a snow,
Yes.
the big trucks
Yeah.
push the snow to the side. It's called a snowplow, to move things, in this case, snow. So let's go down here to part A, and come in. Get you going here. Here, we're starting this one. Notice that these directions, it says to change most verbs to third person, just add an S. If the verb ends in S, X, CH, or SH, add ES, like push, pushes. When the following words, when S follows the letters CE, GE, or SE, it is also pronounced is. For example, we'll get to some of those. Like fishes, pushes. Let's do number one, Paulina. Try number one.
Those children like cats. This child likes dogs.
Very good. Do number two also.
John and Mary walk to school together. Thomas walks to school alone.
Very good. Notice, we talked about this yesterday, the word T-O-M-A-S with a mark over the A. When you, in Spanish language, that mark over a letter means that that's where your voice goes up. Tomas. Tomas. Hey, come in, Ahmed. How are you? started without you.
Why?
Pardon? I expected you. Remember expected? Well, remind us of these. We're doing these S and ES here. Number, let's go over here, number 2, Kausar, or number 3.
Brother and I watch the TV every night.
Michelle.
Michelle.
Which is
So we're going to change this.
What's this?
Watch.
What's this?
I watch, but Michelle watches. ES.
Yes.
So write these in. Practice writing, please.
do we have any other language students, like, any other countries student rather than Bengali, Arabic, or Ukraine?
Not right now. Our Haitian students spoke French. They spoke French. And we had Ituamaru. I don't know if you remember him. He was before you. He spoke French also. From Senegal.
So, what if I go Bengali and you can
Okay, perfect. Remember, after CH, ES, watches. Okay, Jamal, number 4.
My mother and father driving
No.
drive very carefully. Many
My
my
Sister.
sister
sister,
to go fast.
what's the word?
Drives.
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 Drives. With an S. Drives.
Drives.
Number 5, Sima.
The eight
Graders.
graders wants to win
Wait.
one to win the race. Nobody wants to lose.
Excellent. Once. What is that? 8th graders. That's term here, the 8th graders. What is that?
Student. High school student.
Class.
Student high school.
Graders.
Yes.
Remember, when we turn something into a person,
Yes. High school.
grader.
Yes.
So we would say,
High school. High school.
schooler. It turns it into the person who does something. Like the verb, I teach, I am a teacher. Teacher. Okay. Not always, but it helps us to figure out what these endings mean. Number 6, Amira,
The smartest
the smooths.
smooths watch their clothes on Sunday. Mrs.
Perez,
Breast watches on Friday.
excellent, washes.
Watches.
Remember, washes, watches. Wash, watch. CHSH.
Yes. Watches.
Number 7, MD.
Good friends call each other often. My friend Molly calls me every day.
Every day, very good.
Calls.
Calls. Alina, number 8.
I change my clothes when I get home from school. Erika changes my hair clothes.
Clothes, 2. Clothes. Remember, it has a TH in it,
Clothes.
but typically in American, people don't use the TH. So you would not hear people say clothes.
Clothes.
It's not easy. So people just say clothes. I'm going to buy some new clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how people speak. Now, remember,
Close. The door. Close the door.
close the door. Okay.
Close.
Close,
Clothes.
no TH.
Yeah. Oh, yes. No sound. Sound.
Close.
Yes. Close.
Close.
The same sounds. Close.
Same sound.
Yeah.
But now the TH.
Yes. Close.
Cloth.
Cloth.
Now it's
Cloth.
TH.
Yes. Close.
Now it's TH. Cloth. My shirt is made from cloth.
Cloth.
Of course,
Clothing store. Clothing store.
clothing store. Now it's TH again. Clothing store. But this one, for what you wear,
Yes.
wear some warm clothes in the winter. Okay. Down below, missing words from the box on the bottom. So the first one's done for us. Ahmed, try number 1.
Raymond Media loves attraction science. He is a physical fitness.
Nut. Notice it has marks on the side, okay, quotation marks. It means it's an expression. So someone, a physical fitness nut is somebody every day, exercise all the time, run, jump, practice. Okay. You know physical fitness. Go ahead, keep going.
Every morning he jumps 40 laps.
He what?
Jumps.
Swims, yeah. Do you know what a lap is? A lap. All the way around. So if I'm running around the room, one lap is I run from here
Yes.
over there to here, one lap. But in swimming, usually you swim to the end, turn around, come back. One lap.
In the school, 40 laps in the school, swimming pool.
Pool.
In the afternoon, he plays basketball with his friend.
Very good. Okay, next one, Kausar. What way? Three times.
Times a week, he 5 minutes.
What?
5 minutes.
Miles. What? What's the word? What's the verb? Runs. We see runs. 5 miles.
5 minutes.
Hey, Taj, come in. Pull up a chair. Right here on Saturday. Okay. 5 miles.
Saturday morning, 3.
On Saturday, wait. On Saturday mornings, he lifts weights, jumps rope, lifts weights,
And jump.
Do we know this word?
What?
Weight. We go on a scale. Oh, what is your weight? 170. That's weight. But weights are also things people lift. They call those weights. Small weights, large weights. Where are we? Jumps ropes on Saturday. Who is next? Kausar? On Notice something that goes with the word on. You what? Let's see here.
But.
What did I do? I put on.
Yes.
We put on
Yes.
and we take off. Put on, take off. Put. Good solid pop. Put. Do you know boxing gloves?
Sorry, sir.
Do you know
This put, no put.
boxing gloves are heavy pads for boxing? And where? First word there? Box. Yes. Boxes.
Boxes.
Yeah. With some of the guys
Yes.
at the gym. Okay, Jamal, number
Boxes, no box.
boxes.
Boxes.
Remember, hold on. Boxing. Do you know boxing? Boxing has nothing to do with the box. Okay? This is a sport. Okay, Jamal, Sunday.
with
Snow Sunday.
It's
Sunday is
Ramon's
Ramon is
Day
day from
for
4
days.
bicycling.
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 He is
No, what do you do on a bike? You
rides.
ride. He rides. R-I-D-E-S. He rides his bike
Like from miles
until
until he
Friends.
finds
Friends.
finds a nice spot for a picnic.
finds what? A nice spot.
By
Nice spot
nice spot from
for
for the picnic.
picnic. What is a picnic?
Picnic, like small. Not great. Go to somewhere to relax.
What's the word?
Go somewhere to relax and rest.
The most important part of the picnic is eating. Yeah, usually outside. People take food, go somewhere to the park, backyard,
Yes.
take the food outside,
Visit,
have a picnic.
Yes.
No picnic without food. Let's do it. And Taj,
On Sunday nights,
Ramon,
Romans, and stay home. Stays home.
stays home.
He watch. He left.
Wait.
He left.
You had the word,
He watch.
watches.
Sports on television.
He watches. Remember, this is one with the ES.
Yes, watches.
Okay. I want to do the other side, but I want to cover something first before I do that. Let's take a look up here. Today's day.
Wednesday.
April.
April 9th.
This goes at the end of the April 9th, comma. When you write this. Then 2025. Let's get a few weather words going on here. What could we say? Something white up there. What? Come on, what's that word? Sun,
Bar-
clouds.
Partly cloudy.
We could say partly sunny, partly cloudy. Okay. Mixed. Sun and clouds. Some clouds, some sun. Different ways of saying. How about, I look out that way. Oh, nice and blue. I look out there, not so much. What do you think that means? What do you think it means? What's happening?
Sunny day.
Yes. Expected what? the weatherman said today. Expected. We can see the clouds starting to come in. How about the temperature? Pardon? Above or below freezing? One what?
1 degrees.
Degree above freezing. Freezing 32, so 1 degree above. Today won't be too bad until this evening, and then not so nice. By next week, the weather should begin to turn more into spring-like weather. Last week, we had some very nice warm days, and I put my garden hose in my house, and I washed my car with the garden hose in the backyard, because it was dirty, had salt, but I didn't put it away. I did not put my hose away. And then, Monday night, very cold. And I picked up my hose. What's in it? Ice. Full of ice. The rubber hose. So I let it sit until the end of the day so the ice would melt. Otherwise, you take the hose and you go like this, it breaks right in half. So I saved my garden hose. Before we do the other side, I want to go back to something that we had talked about and never finished. This one. Do you remember this? Anyone still have it? Anyone? No one? You have it. You have it? Sima has it?
Yes, thank you.
Mary has it. Okay. Okay.
I'm surprised.
I want to make you familiar with the words that are important so we understand. Notice up here on the top, what does tax return mean? Yes, send it back. Notice the word individual. This, I'm down here on number 1, the word filer. Remember the ER?
Subdivision. Who of it? Parts. Is a palace. A building.
Filler.
Bills.
File. Filer. The person who files is a filer. What's this word? Fill.
Filler.
Filler. Something you put into something is a filler. Notice double L, it makes it change. Vowel, non-vowel E gets the long sound. File, mile, smile. Okay. Long I sound. So the person who files is the filer. But then underneath that it says joint return. So it says up at the top it's an individual tax return, but it is also for joint return. What does that mean? Joint return.
Joint means
What?
together.
Together. Who?
Wife and husband.
Yes. Okay. And the next word over here, spouse.
Yeah.
What is a spouse?
Wife and
Or
husband.
husband. Yes. So if someone says, are you married? Yes or no? Then we understand that. But if someone says, do you have a spouse? It's the person. Are you married to someone? Spouse. So we're good so far. Then this always trips people up. Who remembers? I smell smoke. Isn't it
Michigan.
smell-
Michigan.
Michigan?
Michigan.
Oh, this, oh.
No.
In Michigan, are we having smoke? I'm wondering
No.
if someone has something burning.
Mr. Mrs. Or Mr.
Michigan.
Yeah.
California. But this one,
Yeah.
period. This letter.
Name.
It's his name.
Yeah, Reebok.
Stay.
Initial. What's that?
M.
Initial.
Initial means a name's first name, first letter or last letter.
This is me. That's my first name. That's my middle name. That's my last name.
Yeah.
What are my initials?
MS. MS.
3.
G. MJ.
MJS are my 3 initials. But if someone says, what is your middle initial?
J.
J. Middle initial. So many times when you go to an office for something and they say, I want you to read this, and I want you to show that you read it by initials. So you would put bum, 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 all 3 initials. So for me, I put down MJS. Looks sloppy, but that's the way I write. MJS, my initials. But for middle initial, M period, I period. Back over here. Remember when you fill out these forms, for real, you will use your social security number. But for things that are not tax returns, not your bank, don't give people your social security number. You want to keep it safe. You want to keep it secure. back up at the top, it says amended return. What does amended mean? So what this is referring to is someone fills out the form. Hold on, return. And then they say, oh, I forgot, I was married. I need to do it again. Fill out another one. It's amended, changed, amended.
Amended, change.
When we talk next week, we're going to talk a little bit about the Constitution and the 10 amendments to the Constitution. That means changes, amendments. Down here, number 5, the first part up here, home address and that information, and then number 4 says school district code. Your tax return would probably have it on it, but you could find that easily by the list in Michigan. It says Hamtramck, and it would give you the number. It's in the state. You can find it on Google. Number 5 says state campaign fund. It says check if for you and your spouse. A is for yourself and B is for the spouse. If you want $3 of your taxes to go to this fund. That doesn't mean you have to pay. It means that the government has to pay to the campaign fund. You don't have to worry about that. If you don't check it, it's
Yes.
fine. Number 6, farmers, fishermen, and seafarers. We all know who farmers are, yes?
No, nothing.
What is a farmer?
Farmer, man, take fish.
No.
A man with
Farmer.
Oh,
Muzarek.
animals
Arabic.
Yes.
or plants some trees.
A person
Yeah.
who grows vegetables
Yes.
or animals and sells them, and that's how they make their living.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Fishermen
He catching fish
and
sail.
and sells them. That's how you make your living, catching fish and selling. And the third one here, seafarer.
No.
Sea.
No. I don't think.
People live in the boat.
Yes. You make your living by being on a boat going from Detroit to Tokyo. People are on those boats and they make their living doing that. Then I don't know anybody here that is now a farmer, but I know people that have been in my class that made their living where they came from as farmers. And also on boats, people on the boats. In the box for number 6, it says, check this box if 2/3 of your income is from farming, fishing, or seafaring. What does that 2/3 mean? What does that mean? 2/3 of your income.
Have two children or three?
2/3,
Oh,
66.7%, more than half. 2 out of 3 parts. You see these fractions, sometimes they use these fractions instead of decimals. Then of course, number 7, it says filing status. So if you see the word status, it means your condition. So in this case, it says single, married, filing jointly, married, filing separately. What does jointly mean? Together.
together.
Separately means
Separate.
separate. Husband, one form, wife,
One.
a different form. There's something else I'm going to show you here. Status. In this case, it's your filing status for this, and it gives you the 3 categories. The word status can be used in a lot of ways. So, for example, when you talk about your status as a person from another country, your status is, I have a working visa or green card. My status is I am here for asylum. I am here as a student for a student visa. So you will see different ways that the word status is used. Okay. Then of course it says on number 8, residency status. Status again. So what does residency mean? Yes. Residency status. And the choices are, you're a resident. Resident of what? Michigan. This is a Michigan form. So, for example, a person who lives in California and is a citizen, no, they don't live in Michigan. Maybe they work in Michigan, but they don't live here. So it wants to know, are you a resident of Michigan? Then the next one says non-resident. What does that mean? Not a resident. And then C says part-year resident. What does that mean? Part-year.
That means a year of half. You live in this house.
Resident.
Live in Michigan for
Yeah.
3 months. New York, 3 months. Washington, D.C., 6 months. So whatever. But if it's not full-time, part-year, then you cross that off. Number 9.
Teacher,
Yes.
excuse me. Again, number 8.
Number 8,
Yeah. Again.
residency. Residency status. You are a
Resident, Non-resident.
Non-resident. This is for Michigan. This is for Michigan. So it depends on what they're asking. I am a resident of Michigan. I am a resident of the USA. I am not a resident of Hamtramck. I work in Hamtramck, but I don't live here. So when I fill out my Hamtramck income tax, I check non-resident. Okay? Resident, non-resident. Mary, did I answer your question?
No, thank you.
Yes?
No, thank you.
I didn't answer your question?
No, I don't.
You don't what?
No, again, ask.
Okay. Amira, what state do you live in?
States live in Hamtramck. What?
What state?
State? Michigan. No.
Michigan.
Michigan. State.
Michigan. It says here, Michigan. You are a
Resident.
of,
No.
you are a resident of Michigan. Do you live in Detroit?
No. No resident.
Non-resident of Detroit.
Non-resident. Thank you.
Number 9, it says exemptions. This word comes up in a few different areas, always for tax purposes. So, exemptions. Exemptions include dependents. If you file this, you are an exemption. You take care of yourself. One exemption. If you're filing jointly, you and a spouse, how many exemptions? 2. You and spouse. Now we get to this. Now, if the spouse is filing separately, only one. So I can't say I will claim my wife and then my wife claims me. You get in trouble for that. One person, one exemption each time. Dependents. What are dependents? Yes.
Someone supports you. Son and
Wife.
daughter, right? Take care, support or take care.
Yes. Okay. Usually children, but also people that you care for, take care of, and you are responsible for their well-being, to take care of. So we'll get into a few of these, but usually it's children. So my daughters are 30 and 40 years old. My children still, but they take care of themselves. So letter A down here says number of exceptions. So it wants you to put numbers in here. But if you look at B, it has a lot of words in here that you may not be familiar with. So, for example, people who need care, you're responsible for them. And they may be children that are now grown up. And that includes this list. deaf. Do we know the word deaf?
Yeah, didn't you?
Hearing, can't hear.
The,
Deaf. Deaf. Fa, fa, fa. Okay. Next one is blind. Now, these are medical terms. Okay? Who decides if someone is deaf or blind? A doctor or a professional. Because a person can be deaf for this even though they can hear a little bit. So it's amount of care that people need. Same with blind. Some people can see just a little bit. We would say they are legally blind even though they can see a little bit. These other forms, hemiplegic, paraplegic, quadriplegic, hemiplegic. That's a different term. Yeah. Colorblind, you mean? Hemi means half. Half. Plegic means can't move. This is very common in people who have had a stroke. A stroke does something and maybe somebody, right hand, everything's great. Left side, doesn't work. Eye side, the whole left side. So that's hemiplegic. Yeah. The next one down there is paraplegic. Para means or half the body, up and down. Quadriplegic, everything. I can't move my legs, I can't move my arms, paralyzed. And then totally and permanently disabled. Someone who may be in a coma. Do you know coma? They don't wake up. So these are some terms. How about letter C? Disabled veteran. What is a veteran?
Right.
What's going on? Checking it out?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Checking the alarms. Brian put up a new smoke alarm for us. Notice up there, April 2025. So we're good to go. But I still don't know how this smoke. Might be outside. C, disabled veteran. What does that mean? Veteran.
People can't move. You need someone to.
We thought we were gonna go with you and go have lunch.
yeah, fight, all fight.
All right. This is people should have said something.
But
Streets.
Veteran.
Yes, old man call old
You don't have to be
People.
old.
veteran,
Discharged from
military.
military. What's military?
Defense.
Army? Air Force?
Airport.
Navy? Coast Guard? Anything that's considered part of the military is when you're out. If you're in, you're in. But once you're out, you get a paper. Discharged, done. But it says here, qualified disabled. What does that mean, disabled? Disabled. Anything that means you have a disability. So you'll notice handicapped parking. Who gets handicapped parking? Disabled people. So it doesn't have to be motor, it can be any reason for being disabled. Many people are disabled because they can't think. They have problems thinking. So disabled. Who decides? What? It's some professional. Yes. Donald Trump. Sorry,
Very bad.
not professional. Okay. D is a very sad one.
Crazy.
Certificate, D says certificate of stillbirth. What does that mean? Stillbirth. What is birth? What? What? Birth? Have a baby. Having a baby is a birth. Okay.
a new life.
A new life. But what is stillbirth?
Invent.
Still.
Didn't die.
Died. So
Still now.
often, not that many times, but does happen, the baby is born and it's not living. Okay. Babies sometimes die for many reasons. So stillbirth means they were born but not living. Not living. So once again, who decides? Professional, the doctor. Going down here to number 10. Do you see number 10?
Yes.
Adjusted gross income.
Gross income.
Gross income. Gross income is the top one. All the money. If you got money from a job, you got money because you won the lottery. You won some money. Ta-da! That's gross income. But then it says adjusted. Adjusted gross income means that money it's changed because dependents, exemptions, disabled, veteran, all these things, and there are boxes for those. So, then, going down here, I want to show you this one. Exemptions. In front, X. Exit, leaving. So exemptions means we're talking about exemptions for income tax, part of the money you make,
Yes.
you don't have to pay tax. So we know that there are other places where there's exemptions. For example, if you go to the grocery store and you buy groceries, you don't pay tax on groceries. There are exceptions. Yes. Pharmacy. If you go to the store and buy shoes,
Include tax.
include tax, sales tax. See if there's anything I wanted to cover on this. I thought we should cover some of this. This is very complicated. I don't want to get into this, but these are the main points of this. What is that? What? This is the return. It's a piece of paper. What is a refund? Money coming back. So if you have in your taxes, you pay $1,000 in taxes to the state of Michigan, week after week after week, for the whole year. And then you check and say, aha, I have exemptions, I have dependents, I only have to pay $900. You get a refund. $100. But, uh-oh, I made a mistake. In my taxes, should be $1,100. I only paid $1,000. Now what do I do? You have to pay, yes, send a check or a money order, or in some places they use a credit card. Everybody's using credit cards these days. What? You don't have a credit card? Good for you. Good. Let's see how long you can do that. We hope. They changed the rule in Detroit. The city passed a law that downtown restaurants downtown restaurants and little stores can accept money, dollar bills, coins. Why? Why did they pass that law? Because the store said, sorry, credit cards only. And so people that didn't have a credit card, like Ahmed,
I don't want to.
no cheeseburger for you, sorry.
I don't want to. I will eat in my house.
Only in your house?
Yeah. Or I don't like the restaurant.
You don't like restaurants? I like some. At the airport, I wanted something to drink. I was thirsty. And I went and picked up a bottle of water. First of all, it's crazy because how much for a bottle of water?
I will drink a bottle of water with
$4.
you. You can drink a bottle of water with
At the airport?
yeah. From your house. Okay.
No, you can't. But I can take a bottle. Take an empty bottle and then fill it. Then you can have one. But in Detroit, they have a law that says they have to accept money because many people don't have a card. But this is changing, not just in US, but the whole world. In China, most places in China, no money, period. You have a card. That's your bank account, your charge account, your identification, your passport, boom, everything. I don't like that. I like money.
When I came to I brought
Some what?
some others. Apples.
Oh, apples. From where?
From when I arrived to I was, they said,
Did they take them?
no,
They let you go through
yeah,
it?
yeah.
That's a nice person.
No, they said, come, why you brought apples?
And
I said, why? They said, the officer said it's prohibited.
it's prohibited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They said it's prohibited.
My wife went to, a few years ago, she was in France. And she brought back cheese. Do you know cheese?
Yeah.
France is famous for cheese. It's beautiful cheese. And you can't buy it easily here. So she had a package of cheese. And the customs person said, what is this? And she said, it's cheese for my husband. And he said, it's prohibited. But I let you go. He broke the rule and let her bring in some cheese. It was delicious. So you don't know. Sometimes they take it. If you're the guard,
It was the first time I got the airports. I don't know the rules.
well, that's a different story. But you know, we live very close to Canada. Across the river is Canada. Many of the groceries that you buy in the store are grown right across the river in Canada. The weather is beautiful because of the lakes. They get lots of rain, long growing season, good soil, everything is good. Tomatoes, green beans, fruit, vegetables. very good. And you can buy it at the grocery store. But if I go to Canada and pick a box of green beans, come across the border, guess what? Nope, they'll take them. Makes, to me, not much sense, but anyway. So I wanted to cover this today, and there was one more thing. I can't remember what it was in here. But if you file taxes for the state of Michigan and for the United States government or Hamtramck, they are due this month in April. April 14 or 15. If you can't file it then, you can do it later. A late return, it's not a big issue. But I learned in the past 2 days that income tax returns, the federal income tax for the U.S., not Michigan, but the federal income tax return that the federal government, immigration, ICE, do you know ICE? ICE, the people who are looking at people to see if they have a status to be here, they want to look at federal returns. And they're taking data. So it's very important to be very accurate with income tax forms so that it's true and honest. And when it says on their first name, middle initial, and last name, it's important that you make sure that all those little details are done properly, that they look the same. So it's good to remember, you know, to do it properly, and that's why we're studying. Any questions on that? Income tax returns, the federal government has a return, Hamtramck has a return, Detroit has a return. Some cities don't have a return. So for example, people that live in Warren, I don't think you have to do a return.
No.
Any questions? Let's go back to our, right here. This one? Page 42. On page 42, this is a story, and the data bank is below. This is a story, and the data bank is below. So all the words in here will come from this one below. Usually it's above, but in this case it's below. text about Mohammed? Okay.
I called you.
Did you call
I
him?
called you.
I talked to him yesterday, but he talks very fast. So it's,
He said he has problems.
yes.
He wanted to someone
Yes. So he's working
more
7 a.m. to 8 at night.
He said he said maybe he might come to
Okay. If you talk to him again, ask him if he needs anything, like food. Okay?
he stopped. He didn't talk about it. Suddenly he said, he told me that I will try to,
Okay.
I can spoil that one.
Yeah. He's all by himself here.